Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha.
So today we will be covering third shloka of Saundarya Lahari. Last time we covered second shloka, right? All right, so just begin with the recitation of the first verse. One time, the first to third. First, second, third. One time.
शिवः शक्त्या युक्तो यदि भवति शक्तः प्रभवितुम् न चेदेवं देवो न खलु कुशलः स्पन्दितुमपि अतस्त्वाम् आराध्यां हरिहरविरिञ्चादिभिरपि प्रणन्तुं स्तोतुं वा कथमकृत पुण्यः प्रभवति तनियान् सम्पांसुं तव चरणपङ्केरुहभवम् विरिञ्च सञ्चिन्वन् विरचयति लोकानविकलम् वहत्येनं शौरिः कथमपि सहस्रेण शिरसाम् हरः संक्षुद्यैनं भजति भसितो धूलनविधिम् अविद्यानामन्त स्तिमिरमिहिर द्वीपनगरी जडानां चैतन्य स्तबकमकरन्द श्रुतिझरी दरिद्राणां चिन्ता मणिगुणनिका जन्मजलधौ निमग्नानां दंष्ट्रा मुररिपुवराहस्य भवति शिवो
Shiva. Okay, so let us understand what are the reasons for which ordinary people like us turn to God, from dogward to Godward. Some Godward people are here, dogward people are missing. Okay, anyways. Now look at it. We have many places where we go uninvited. Many places. And majority of them are, I'll just tell you, I'll list out. See, one place where people go uninvited is hospital. Okay. No hospital ever sends you invitation card, but you reach there. Correct? That's one place. The second place where people generally land up is the place of bhoga, which is the bar, the pub, the discotheque. People go uninvited, right? And then there is third place where people turn up without invitation is temple, right? These are the places where people go without any invitation. And look at the motivations and you will understand why. The motivation for going to hospital is roga. Motivation for going to pub, etc. is a bhoga. And motivation to temple is basically when nothing works, then you go there. When no help from anywhere else, then you turn up to temple. This is our story. And what kind of people turn up to temple? Three types. Three type of people. But majorities are in the range of who find themselves immersed in suffering. Out of their suffering, they reach there and do Sashtanga Dandavat in front of the idol. And you can always understand by the length of the duration of that Dandavat how much bigger the problem is or how long the list is. Right? And there is nothing wrong here. It is said that there are multiple types of seekers. This is one seeker which is called Artha. Artha. Artha is the one who is fearful. And fear is always of losing something. Correct? Fear is always of losing something. So those who are fearful, they turn towards the divine. Nothing seems to be working. Nothing seems to be helpful. Every effort of ego has fallen flat. This has to be there. Till the time your efforts succeed, you always take credit. Don't miss a chance. But when all your efforts fall flat, then you turn towards God. Then suddenly you remember there is some force which is running this universe, and probably you need to look towards that. And the force here is, of course, Shakti. We have in the last two verses, last two shlokas, we have seen that Mahamaya, that Mahashakti has deputed many Devis, Devatas to carry out different functions. So wherever and whichever temple you go, whichever deity you worship, ultimately it is her power through that deity, through that Devi, Devata, that comes to your rescue. Correct? Other people who turn Godward or go towards divine help are defined in this shloka. And as you go through these shlokas, you'll understand what are other those. I have defined the last one. The last one. Daridranam Chintamani Gunanika M-जलधौ. Those who are deprived of all the pleasures and goodies of life, they turn towards God or Godhead. Right? So nothing works. Everything lost. Who will come to your rescue? You recognize that there is some power now to look up to. That is Daridra. The one category is Daridra. Daridra means the one who is deprived of all the comforts, pleasures, and happiness of life. Right? And then there is Nimagna. Nimagna. means the one who is submerged in suffering. Daridra is the one who is deprived of bhoga. Nimagna is who is already so much submerged in suffering. He wants to come out. Somehow, he wants some support, some buoyancy, and that buoyancy is offered by Ma Bhagavati. But the topmost ones turn Godward only to remove their ignorance, to know what the truth is, to understand this cycle of life, birth, and death, and get freedom from it. Even for those, the divine, the Mother Divine, comes to rescue. Okay, so these are the three places, these are the three types of people who are primarily seeking God's intervention. So we will not take God's intervention here. God has gone to sleep. Only Goddess works in this plane. Correct? Tripura Sundari works on all the three states of consciousness which we enjoy. Correct? So look at it. This is shloka and you will understand what it actually means. Let me give you word by word understanding of it. It says, Avidyanam antah timira mihira dvipa nagari. Okay. Avidyanam, the one who are filled with ignorance. Avidya. Okay. What is avidya? What is avidya? The false sense of knowing, which you gather through senses, through your intellect, is avidya. What is vidya then? Vidya is the recognition of the fact that whatever I perceive is there, but whatever I do not perceive is also there. And Patanjali Yoga Sutras, you'll remember, Agama, Pramanani. Pratyaksha, Anumana, Agama, Pramanani. The Pramana is of three types. Pratyaksha, direct perception, whatever we see. If we stop here, then our knowledge is in the category of avidya. Even after going to anumana, that is inference, deriving, deducing certain inference out of what is happening. Like all scientific experiments are done that way. If there is a scattering of protons or electrons, then we will say that there is some charge available here. That is inference, anumana. We don't see any nucleus. By the way, nobody has ever seen nucleus of an atom. But we still, with firmness of knowledge, we say that there is a nucleus in the atom which is positively charged. And it's out of inference only. So this is inference. Science is based on direct perception as well as inference. Okay. That is what is also avidya. But when we go further and consult the enlightened ones, consult the masters, then they tell us another reality. Right? That reality is, by the way, experiential. Because those masters tell you that though we are telling you this, but if you take it only through our words, you will fail. You will fail. Make it your own experience, whatever we are telling. That is agama. So finally, when you go to agamas, finally, when you listen to the words of enlightened masters and work towards that, word toward making that teaching your experience, right? Then only you will be free of ignorance. Understand? So there are three levels. First, direct perception, ignorance. Inferences, ignorance. Even I'll tell you, even the word of agamas come to you, ignorance. Till the time you make it your own experience. So by learning doesn't happen. By learning, it doesn't happen that you become enlightened. You know the truth. The truth is revealed as an experience. And who can help you here? Who can help you here? Avidyanam antah timir mihir dweep nagari. So for this darkness to be removed, the grace of Mother is essential. Only she can remove this darkness. Right? First of all, there it is in avidyanam. It is not said agyana. It has been said avidya. There is nothing called agyana. Nothing called agyana. Agyana means absence of knowledge. Never in your life you will experience absence of knowledge. Absence of knowledge means you have no cognitive capacity. It's always incomplete knowledge, which is called agyana or avidya. So wherever we use agyana, it does not mean absence of jnana, absence of knowledge, the incompleteness of knowledge. Vidya, in our system, we have 36 tattvas. We know that there is a tattva which is called Shuddha Vidya, which is beyond Maya. Right? So once we move beyond Maya, Maya means, I have explained it multiple times over different discourses. Ma means no, nahi. Ya means jo, whatever. So whatever is not but appears is Maya. Once we go beyond what appears, what seemingly appears on the face, once we move beyond that, then only we reach Shuddha Vidya, which is beyond what appears, beyond what we can directly perceive, beyond what we can imagine, beyond what we can deduce. Everything, whatever you can do with acquiring knowledge, you do your part, but you are still in Ashuddha Vidya or Avidya. Shuddha Vidya means you have to have the grace of Mahamaya, Mahashakti, who is the controller of this veil called Maya. This veil is called Maya, right? So there is never an absence of knowledge, first thing, because absence of knowledge is not experience. Because when you say, I don't know anything, it means you know that you don't know anything. Understood? Understood? It simply means you know that you don't know anything. So you can't say, I have no knowledge. You have knowledge of your ignorance. And this much is available with everyone, at least when we talk of humans. Okay? Healthy, sound, mental condition, human beings I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the people who are not even capable of perceiving who they are, right? 24/7, they are under influence of some or the other intoxication. You see, and intoxications are defined in systems, in scriptures, that intoxicating agents are those which narrow down your vision. That's it. Which cut off your experiences, which diminish your experiences, and only make it local. You see, confined in certain area. That's it. Intoxication is that. So intoxication is not always about the substances. Intoxication can be of your power, money, lust, anything, greed, jealousy, even anger, ego can be intoxicating, right? When we try to become something, that is intoxication. If we start unbecoming, then we are moving out of intoxication. Please look at it. You should be clear about it. The whole spiritual journey is about unbecoming. Okay? Unbecoming. So that you can experience the infinite. A wave has to unbecome to become ocean again. To experience the ocean as its own substratum. Till the time a wave is identified with its form and name, it's differentiated from the whole reality. And who can do that? This shloka tells us. Only with the grace of Divine Mother, this is possible. What happens when she puts her grace, she showers her grace upon us? Suddenly, thousands of sun, as if this is just a metaphor, as if in the darkness, in the darkest of dark night, thousands of suns start blazing and you see everything very, very clear. That's the role. That's the role being played by Mother. Okay. And what is that particular, I should explain that. What is that experience? What is that experience? You may want to reach there, right? All of you are aspiring towards it. You have wasted so much time upon me, wanting that experience. But wow, somehow I need to get to that experience. Let me tell you that experience, and then you will know that this experience comes, but you reject it. This experience comes. You are also studying Tripura Rahasya, by the way, where it is being told, each day, hundreds of times you experience this, but you reject it. Only because you are intoxicated. You are intoxicated with what? Me, my, mine. Right? With limited approach towards life, with limited connections towards life. That is what intoxication is. And therefore, what is that experience? You should fully know. That experience is of unbecoming, completely being nobody. When you become nobody, the same moment you become everybody. And that feeling of expansion, that nameless experience, you can't name it. When you become everybody, suddenly you recognize you are not the body. If at all you think that this body I am, that moment you will be experiencing the whole cosmic experience as my body. Shiva Sutra, Drishyam Sharira. The moment you identify with this body, you become limited. When you start denouncing this body, start experiencing who you are, and the moment you come to that nothingness, when you drop your identities, you start unbecoming. You are not your body, you are not your mind, you are not your ego, you are not your intellect, and so on and so forth. And by practice it comes. By practice, continuous practice, this will come. And when you have done your part, then finally Mother's grace will come. You see, if all the time you are worried about things attached to this body, right? All your relations, possessions are the things which are attached with this body. Can you think of enjoying all these things without your body? Simply not. No relation, no possession, no bhoga is possible without this body. So body identification limits our own experience, right? And body identification cannot be dropped, by the way. The only thing we need to understand whether we are in the body, whether we are outside the body, or whether we are somewhere as an oceanic presence in which the body exists. That's the experience. That experience where you are not inside, neither outside, but everywhere. Like Akasha. Like Akasha. Akasha, by the way, is a tattva, but only for example, only for making it little bit clear. It's not Akasha. You are not Akasha. But only thing or only example I can give is of Akasha. For example, there is a pot, there is Akasha inside and there is Akasha outside. Now, we can say that this pot is a small because there is little space in it. Are we correct when we saying so? No, because space is supporting the existence of this pot. There is nothing called inside space or outside space. When you move a pot from here to here, do you think the space inside the pot has moved from this place to this place? No. That simply means there is nothing called space inside the pot. It is a space inside, a space outside. And the pot exists in that. In the same way, you are present everywhere. You only feel that you exist inside this body. And when you drop your body identification gradually, how you drop it? Because in the first place, I said it cannot be dropped. Through experience, you recognize that I can be beyond this, but still to operate, I would need this. To operate in this world, I would need this. I would not operate through others' bodies. I'll still operate with this body, but I'm not limited to my body. Right or not? So if you remember in some talk, I said, wherever I go, I am. Okay. So wherever I go, I am. When I'm talking of going, I'm definitely referring to body. Now, wherever this body goes, I am. Let me reframe this. Wherever this body goes, I am. What it means? It simply means I am everywhere. Look at it. Wherever I go, I am. If I place it this way, you say, yeah, it is correct. But if I say, no, you are not the body. Your experience also tells you are not the body. Your dream experience, you have a different body. Then you forget about this body. And you continue to exist and enjoy and take that experience as real only, by the way. So did you enjoy your dream with this body? No. That experience was not real? Yes, it was 100% real. While I was in dream, it was 100% real. So, and when you went to sleep, deep sleep, what happened to the dream body or waking body? But you still existed and you still enjoyed that so-called relaxation of deep sleep without any body, right or not? So that way, we exist despite this body and beyond this body. This physical body is not all we have. We have so many bodies. Each time we enter into another state of consciousness, which is called dream consciousness. Yes or no? Each time you have a different body. Are we that body? Or are we this body? That is what we need to understand. And once you understand that, so you will fully recognize it that neither I am this body, nor I am that body, or the bodies I continue to get in my dream. I am none of them. I exist beyond that. Once you have understood it, you still continue to operate through body, but you're out of body identification. This body identification will be dropped only when you have stopped claiming things outside this body as your own. See, you stop few things first. Do not claim anything outside this body as your own. Understood? Because if you start claiming things beyond this body as your own, how can you drop the identification with this body? So come out of me, my. That is the first step you can do. After you have done away with that, you have to come here. And now once you recognize, I have this body, but I'm not able to experience myself beyond the body. Now the methods of Guru will be working for you. And of course, with your dedication, with your efforts, finally, someday, with Mother Divine's grace showering upon you, the darkness, the ignorance will vanish. You will recognize it fully. I am not the body. Mano buddhi ahankara chittani naham. That is the experience. And this experience, once it shines like billion suns. Not literally. It's like giving you clarity. There's no darkness, no trace of darkness is left. You fully recognize I am not the body. This recognition, then who you are, of course, each day you come and declare Shivoham, 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 Shivoham. Right? This is what you are. And who brings this experience to fruition? Mother Divine's grace. Avidyanamantah timirmihira dvipanagari. She becomes thousands of suns. A city which is filled with, enlightened with, illumined with thousands of suns. This illumination is experienced well within the body. Okay? Whatever way you perceive it, you will always have a body to experience that so-called dissociation, complete dissociation from what it is. Is it not? See, when you say I am not the body, then of course there has to be a body to come out of it, to experience yourself beyond it. So that means whether you experience this in the physical body or you experience in another body, which is subtle body, by the way. If I ask you to go into a dream state, you enjoy your dream in a different body. That body is not this body, it is a subtle body. So your experience will be of subtle body. With that body, you will be having less strong connections. And that is why this kind of experience would be possible. Correct? So each and every system, each and every spiritual system will give you a method to transcend the physicality first. Patanjali will teach you asana, right? Somebody will give you certain kriyas so that you are fully out of this body, experiencing the body continues to work despite my engagement. And by the way, it is happening. You have a false notion that the body works under your commands. Body doesn't work under your command, by the way. Body works under the command of an element called intellect. And you are the owner of the intellect. You are not the intellect, by the way. Understand that. So once that clarity comes, you fully recognize Mano Buddhi Ahankara Chittani Naham, because the Chitta, the Buddhi, the Ahankara, the everything, I am separate from it. That experience comes through Mother's grace. Avidyanam Antah Timira Mihira Dvipa Nagari. So like island which is lit by thousands of suns. This island, which is full of ignorance, darkness, is suddenly lit by thousand suns, and we fully recognize who we are. Correct? Jalanam Chaitanya Stabaka Makaranda Shrutijari. See, for avidya to be recognized, you have to be Chaitanya. Understood? For avidya to be recognized, that I am ignorant of who I am. Most of people in this world never question who they are. They fully know who they are. And I'm sure 10 years ago, you also knew who you are. Now the confusion has arisen, right? This confusion, who am I? Now this confusion is coming. Earlier, you fully knew who you are, right? This Chaitanya has been ignited in you. This kind of Chaitanya has been ignited in you. This kind of consciousness, elevation of consciousness has happened in you. Then only you are asking such questions. Then only you are pondering on certain questions like these. Who am I? Because now I can fully recognize I am not the body. Through my experience only. Through the word of masters, I test. And then find out, yes, I'm not the body. Body works despite my intervention. When you are sleeping, tell me, who runs this body? Who runs this body? When you're sleeping, who runs this body? You don't engage in running this body, by the way. And in the waking, you have this false notion that you are running this body. Yes or no? While you're sleeping, the body takes care of itself. One mosquito, your hand goes, you even don't recognize that you are gone and kill the mosquito. Yes. So prana runs the body. Upanishads talk about it. Prana runs the body. Prana keeps the elements together. Ahankara runs the body. Intellect runs the body. You don't run the body. Because you have shifted your consciousness from this physicality to a subtle state, which is called dream consciousness. In the dream consciousness, you have another body. Clear? So this is the knowledge which will be given or which will come to you only with the mother's grace. Let us be upfront here. Let us understand that it is not going to come by your own efforts. Whenever it will come by mother's grace. So don't think that if I do Shirshashan 10 hours a day, I'll become enlightened. If I do Nadi Shodhan 24/7, I'll be enlightened. If I do Bhastrika 31, I the Bhastrika Anushtanam for 31 days at a stretch, you will not become enlightened. If you take any mantra Anushtanam, think that by doing it, you will become enlightened. No, it's not possible. It happens only when her grace showers upon you. Be clear about it. Be clear about it. And when her grace showers upon you, let us understand the concept of grace also. You have probably appeared in many exams by now, right? So far in your life, you have appeared in many, many exams. And I know all of you are brilliant people. You have never been dependent on grace. But just think, if at all somebody in your class has gotten grace marks and passed, I'm sure he would have done around passing marks. Then only such grace comes. If someone who has not attempted the question paper at all, or done it very half-heartedly, out of 100 only 5 marks, he cannot be given 40 marks grace, 45 marks grace. So grace comes only for those who are eligible. Don't think the grace will come and then it will happen. You have to give your best. And your best is what? Make everything which is yours as not yours. That is your duty. Start treating everything what you claim as yours as not yours. It is what is needed of you. After you have done this, you are eligible for grace. Still, it is her grace. You don't have direct control. No, I have done enough. I have done enough. And still the grace is not coming. This type of attitude, if a student shows, grace doesn't come. Go and ask a normal teacher, sir, I'm 33. Why don't you give me 7 marks grace? Give me 40% so that I pass. If you go to teacher, ask like this, teacher will say, go back, study again. Yes or no? Yes or no? So look at it. I'm not comparing the mother with the ordinary human emotional bundle of things, but just to prove a point, I'm saying that you should have done enough in order to receive grace. And doing is undoing here. Please look at it. What are you going to do? Undo. Undoing happens where? It doesn't happen at your body. Your body doesn't know who is your own. Your body never claims that this child is mine. It is you at your level of mind and intellect claim that this child is mine. This house is mine. Your body in itself would never know this house is mine. Your body is comfortable on any bed which it gets to sleep. Right or not? You may still say, this is not my bed. This is not my home. But your body is okay with that. Look at it. Your body doesn't know what is yours and what is not yours. It is in your mind, it is in your intellect, where you have this notion that this is mine, this is not mine. Right? So what you need to undo? Just wrong notions need to be dropped. That's it. Continue to live where you are living, but start treating it as not yours. What have you done to have that claim of mine? Nothing. Virtually nothing, I can tell you. Go back and ponder on this. So this is avidyanam, and jadanam, those who are jadas, those who are fully dead in their intellect, these kind of people are seeking only joyous, joyous, physical, emotional, intellectual comfort, right? This kind of thing. Or jada. Intellectual is not right here, because jadas don't have that kind of intellect. And even if they have, it is jada intellect. Okay, dead intellect. What is dead intellect? Which is seemingly claiming that I know everything. That's dead intellect. Right or not? What is a dead intellect? The intellect which knows and says that I know everything. Okay, such people will have no chance. But what they need, even that is given by mother. Mother is okay with every child. Whatever you need, she is ready with that. Right? Some child wants to play with dolls. Dolls are given by mother. Some child says, no, I am fed up of this game. I want chess. I want to learn more. Okay, granted. Some child says, I am fed up of all the games. I don't know where from I have come. Who am I? Mother gives back to the child. Right? So there where Jadanam Chaitanya, those who are dead intellect people and they think they know everything, and such people are very successful, by the way, in their life. Why? Because mother keeps giving them success. You see, who can do business better than me? Who is the better programmer than me? Who is a better scientist than me? Right? All that. And such a rasa means a sense of joy which you receive by transaction of your energies, engagement with certain thing is called rasa. Right? That rasa is also supplied by mother if you want. If you are jada, you want rasa in life, that is also given by mother. Jadanam chaitanya stabak makaranda shrutijhari. Makaranda means the nectar, those sweet nectar which a flower has to offer. That is called makaranda. So that makaranda is given to those who are blindfolded, only want rasa. Okay, Go ahead, mother grants that too. Daridranam chintamani gunanika janma jaladhav. Now, few are not so lucky ones. Not everyone is born with a silver spoon in his mouth. So some people are born in deprivation. They are poverty stricken. They lack basic amenities, and they think and they continuously feel that if they could get those basic needs met, they would become happy. Those are daridras. Okay. So daridranam chintamani gunanika. Chintamani means, see, chintamani is solution to chinta of money. Okay. In today's world, all the things you buy using money. Okay. Chinta of money means worry of money. Chinta money replace ni by ni, chinta mani. So chinta mani is that grace, that form of grace which gives you power to alleviate your sufferings in terms of poverty. Right? That is called in terms of your basic needs which are not there. Even that is granted by mother. Okay. This is third. Now look at it, and you would have a question in your mind if you are intelligent enough. If you are not Jadanam Chaitanya Stavakamakarandar category, then you will have this question. I'll tell you that question because I don't think you will have this question at all in your mind. Finally, after that, Nimagnanam Danstra Ripu Muraripu Varahasya Bhavati. Nimagnanam, those who are suffering, though they may have everything, but they are suffering. They are kind of people who are drowned in the oceanic sorrow, suffering. That's also there. You may have a roga, you may have emotional problems, you may have many things, right? Which can make you feel like as if you're suffocating. You want just a gush of fresh air. You want to just break free, right or not? Many at times you may have, somehow this condition should just go away. I'm suffering. This is nimagna. Okay. So nimagnanam, those who are drowning in the ocean of samsara. For that, Devi presents herself as Varaha. Varaha. You remember who was Varaha? Varaha was Vishnu's avatara who saved earth from Patala, who rescued earth, the whole earth from Patala. The Vishnu in Varaha avatara lifted Varaha means boar. We call boar. Okay, that celestial boar who lifts this earth from the lower planes to that original place where it belongs. Right? So whole earth is lifted and placed in its position where it can flourish. For such seekers, for such people who are drowned in the ocean of suffering, the mother becomes that tusk of that boar, which lifts that person from the deep, what word you use? I will not use that. Deep problem to a place where you enjoy, you become free of the problems, right? So these are the four types. And everywhere, mother comes to rescue. Now, the question I was talking, you should always ask yourself, which of these you are? And your question would be, can I be everything at the same time? Can I be each one of them at the same time? Can I be Daridra one moment, Jada next moment, Agyani third moment. Nimagna, fourth moment. Can I be like that? Not possible. This is the answer. You have to have this kind of intellectual understanding first, that you come to the people, that range of chetana or consciousness, where you have seen the futility of all these three: nimagna, jada, and daridra. You can't say I'm daridra as well as agyani, right? Right? I'll tell you one example and then you'll understand. You say, I have failed in class 8th, but I also don't have PhD. What solution will be given? Go complete your 8th standard first, and then study further. Do your masters. Obtain some good marks, prove your mettle, and then you will be given admission to PhD. You can't say I'm this, I'm that. Both. See, both are failures, by the way. Agyan is also failure. Jada is also failure. Nimagna is also failure. And you understand, Daridra is also failure. You're seeking and you're saying, you see, Nimagna as well as Jada as well as. So decide wherever you are. So approach mother with the right kind of understanding who you are. This is important. Don't try to become superficially or what you call spiritual. Don't become spiritual if you're not. If you're Nimagna, approach like that. If you're Jada, approach like that. So that mother can give you right kind of grace. These all 4 type of grace mother is giving. But you should know who you are. What we do, our problem is we are 8th grade failures, but we are seeking the degree of doctorate. So you should first ask mother, please give me grace so that I can clear my 8th grade exams. Once I am done with this, then I'll go to 10th grade. Give me grace for that. Then I'll do my graduation. Give me grace for that. Right? So that I'm clear about it. And I'll tell you, Nimagna, anybody can be, by the way. That depends on all your situation. Even Agyani can feel like Nimagna in the dark, in the oceanic presence of darkness, right? Ignorance. So he may feel like Nimagna. So all of these can fall in the category of Nimagna. But out of these 3, you need to decide. Which one? Jada, Daridra, or Agyani. Define yourself. If you want entry in cricket team, you'll have to tell what you can do. You see, what you can do for us. If you want to get a job, you'll have to tell what you can do for us. What is your qualification? Where do you stand? What are your weaknesses? What are your strengths? Right? Here, you operate from that point of reference which you think you are. Once you have decided that, I can tell you Mother's grace is inevitable. But don't fool around. All right? Don't fool around. That I am a spiritual person. I want to just get rid of this Janma, Mrityu. I want to know who am I. I want to become enlightened and all that. If you are not seeking really, don't ask that. Otherwise, what mother will do? She will send more problems. Why? Because you are occasionally saying that, give me enlightenment. Enlightenment is also called awakening. Enlightenment is also called awakening. And awakening is necessary to come out of any dream you are living. Okay? And how that awakening happens? A good dream never ends. I can tell you, you would have never come up or gotten up out of a good dream. When the dream turns bad, then only you are awakened to the waking state. Okay. So that bad experience, so-called suffering, which starts happening in the dream, you become little bit awakened to a different state, which is called this reality. And this reality is also a dream, which I have proven multiple times, giving thousands of examples, that this is no less than dream. By all parameters, it is a dream. Only if you have some sharp vision to look at it. You don't get the same body each time you enter a dream. Your body is different. In the same way, each time you enter in this waking state, your body is different. You may not have this experience, but only if you look at things. Because if each time I was entering the same body, how come this body becomes so old after so many days? It was only that I was not able to see the difference. Each time I come to waking existence, waking consciousness, I have a different body. And by the way, not only different body, I have a different world. So much water has already flown down the Ganges. Yes or no? Everything has changed. Every situation has changed. Friends have become foes. Enemies have become friends. People who were there have gone. Vehicles which were standing in your courtyard have moved 1,000 miles. The clouds on the sky are not there. The moon is not there. The sun is not there. Everything has changed. Each time you wake up, everything is new. But you don't recognize that. You think it is the same world. This is the same world. And therefore, you will be stuck up. You will be stuck up in this kind of experience. Right? So awakening will happen if Mother's grace is there. You will have lots of troubles in your life. Okay. Only with troubled life, people turn Godward, or else if everything is hunky-dory, they are dogward. I can tell you that. So if somebody has a lot of problems in his life or her life, they should thank the mother. Okay, now for the first time in my life, I'm questioning about my own existence. Who am I? Why am I doing this? Or your whole life will go, you'll continue to do the same rut each day. With joy, like a happy dream continues, right? It never breaks. And I can tell you, some or the other thing in your life always happens. Mother is not partial. She continues to give situations in your life, but you turn blind eyes towards them. Many of you must have faced the loss of your beloved ones, must have faced the loss of your parents. You must have seen that people who come, they go. But did you wake up? Did you recognize that, no, I'll also go? What is the purpose? They never wanted to leave. I also don't want to leave. They have gone. How will I stay here? I'll not be staying here. And then you should question. Don't believe on the stories of Garud Purana. Where have they gone? Who were they? Till the time they were alive. Who were they? When the body is dropped, who are they now? Who will be I when I am without this body? Therefore, all the spiritual practices, again, will give you that experience of bodiless awareness. Because ultimately, who you remain and who you are the same. In between, this body stands. This body was not there earlier. You got this body, started claiming this is my body, and then this body will be taken back. You will again be the same who you are. So whatever you think you are, I can tell you. If you think you are the body, you are the body. If you think I'm not the body and recognize it with your own efforts, you'll come to that understanding very, very soon. I can tell you that you are not the body. You are something beyond the body. Correct or not? And all the Shastras are continuously telling us the same thing. These are stories to tell you. Somebody says, Acharya ji, I have never done anything wrong to anybody. Why I am suffering? What they will tell you? Last life. Last life. What does it mean? It simply means mind your ways in this life. Otherwise, Swamiji, otherwise Acharya ji, otherwise Guruji, what will happen? Next life. What does it mean? Moral of the story. You were there before this life. You will be there after this life. That simply means you were there when this body did not exist. You will continue to exist when this body is dropped. This is story. This story need to be realized, recognized. Simply this much is enough if you get. And mother is ready to help anyways. He says, I help everyone. Come with the right kind of begging bowl. What do you want from me, my child? Give me everything, little. You see, one thing which cannot be given little is that the highest. Ignorance cannot be removed little. Either it is removed or it continues to stay. So if you have not decided to remove the ignorance, don't approach Devi for that. Don't aim for that high experience. Continue to behave like Jada, continue to behave like Daridra, continue to behave like Nimagna. Means people who are completely submerged in the suffering and asking, seeking help. Please help, please take me out of this. You are either that, or your life is kind of very much focused on a particular goal and you want rasa, more rasa on this. Ask that, mother will give. If you are deprived of any goodies in your life, ask that, it will be given. These are the easy things for mother. But even by mistake, you should not once ask that, give me the finest, give me the highest. Because if you said that, even once, mother says, okay, first your dream needs to break. Then only you will be able to turn fully towards me. Then only you will recognize. This is the whole meaning of this verse. I'm sure that you have some takeaway from this. Some takeaway. Decide what do you want. What do you want? And don't change your stance every morning, evening, afternoon. Like allopathic pills. Morning for BP. Evening or morning for diabetes. Noon for liver. Evening for whatever, blood pressure. And night for sleeping. No, it won't work. It won't work like that. Seek and you will be given. Bible says, mother is also saying that. Seek and you will be given. Shankracharya is telling that only. Let me read again. For the ignorant, thy feet are the island illumined by 1,000 suns. Okay. Which takes away the darkness, the beginningless darkness. For the dull-witted, it becomes clusters of flowers from which the nectar of awareness and bhoga, both I am telling, comes flushing towards you. For the dull-witted. If the dull-witted wants the Chaitanya, then only Chaitanya will be supplied. If dull-witted want only bhoga, bhoga will be supplied. Right or not? For the ones who are deprived, right? They are given what they want, right? And for those who are immersed in this samsara, seeking help, please, they are lifted. Decide where you are. Decide where you are. And you say, no, I'll better be Nimagna. I'll ask mother to lift me. But which plane? Where do you want to go? Where you want to be lifted to? Which story? Which floor? Which place? Which island? Which home? Which country? Among whom you want to be placed? Decide. If you say, mother, lift me to your lotus feet, it's possible. Nimagna is the best chance. They stand the best chance. Only if they recognize it, that there is the best place in this whole cosmic existence, the mother's feet, where I can be. Ask for that and you'll be given. Okay? Done? So today, this much in Saundarya Lahari, verse 3. If you have any questions from my side, I'm done. If you have any questions, you can ask. I'll be happy to reply for next 5 minutes only. Only if you have one. Anybody? No questions? Too much asking in this verse, right? You thought we will read it and we will just think, aha, mother is so great, she gives everything. We will ask everything. No. The last one is anesthesia. Once you've gotten that anesthesia, the world doesn't exist for you anymore. The jnanam is that light in which you are dead. You are dead toward the world. You are awakened toward yourself. That's the enlightenment. Yes or no? So if you want everything, little bit, it can't be given. And therefore, there is something for us, some actionable upon us, and we need to work on that. Drop saying, me, my mind. Stop living in your home as if you are here a guest. Start treating your relationships as a transitory thing. They are there by mother's grace. They may not be there tomorrow by mother's grace. Till the time they are there, you continue to treat them with love and respect. Don't expect things from others, because you expect things only from those whom you claim your own. Okay? Dropping expectations. If you can drop your expectations, it means you have finally understood nobody is mine. Why should I expect it? Yeah, Nitin, Dr. Nitin wanted to ask something. Please do ask, Dr. Nitin.
Acharya, just a small doubt regarding the grace of mother, though mother's, everything is because of mother's grace. That if we keep that in the background, as you said, to awaken, we need mother's grace. But in the past also, many times you have said that moksha is a purusharth.
Yes.
Once you moksha is a purusharth.
Moksha means moksha is a purushartha. I'll tell you what it is.
You have also mentioned that it means reaching the level of purusha, that is self-realization. Till self-realization, it is purusha. After that is all mother's grace. So do we need mother's grace to reach that level of
self-recognition?
Purusha. Okay. Yeah, self-recognition.
When we go to these celestial bodies like moon and sun, they are eclipsed, right? Eclipsed. We call grahana. And when that shadow leaves it, we call it moksha. Okay? You remember this term, all of you? Shadow upon this is grass, eaten up. Shadow moved out, it's called moksha. Which means what? You stop casting your shadow on this world and calling it your own. That's moksha. Understood? That moksha is very much within your capacity. That is why it is called Purushartha. Beyond that, it's her grace. Right? All right. Shivam.